Hello everyone, this lesson is extremely important. It helps us practice the C stroke. As I've told you all many times, this C stroke is the very soul of the hyper microblading technique. So the first stroke is the short one. We will make a short stroke from top to bottom, pulling towards ourselves, then we will connect to the second C stroke. We will practice on our hands first to get used to it. This is how I hold the machine. You place your pinky finger as an anchor point, then rotate your hand, rotate the machine to create the C curve. And the thing to note is that we must connect them very smoothly. Now let's turn on the machine and add a drop of ink to get started. I will film from a wide angle for you to see first, so we can observe the wide angle. There, let's observe the wide angle first. So you can see how I hold the machine, then I will focus closely on the inside. First we will create a C stroke. From the top, we place a C stroke and go down. When we get here, we curve it to create the arc. Got it? Watch this. I'm drawing and rotating my hand at the same time. You rotate your hand. Then we will continue to connect from this C stroke. You will connect from the middle here. Now what we're doing, it's a bit dark. See, you need to increase the light just like I do. I also have to increase the light. You look and observe to make sure this C stroke is placed in the middle of the previous C stroke. There, you gently place it to see if it's in position yet. Then I'll start to glide it down. Almost touching the line. Okay, now let's wipe it to check. This is the connection between the two C strokes. Everyone please observe. It has to be clear. It has to be sharp. It has to be a crisp line like that. Okay, now I'll zoom in for you to see. Okay, please observe. Its connection, the two C strokes, are extremely well connected. Okay, do you see that? The crispness of the line. Okay, now let's take a closer look. We pull towards ourselves. First, we slightly tilt the practice skin, our fake skin, to create a C stroke on top. Create the curve. You can make this stroke a little bigger and more spaced out. That's fine too. At this point, we start to stroke again from the top C stroke. We try to place it in the correct position, okay? Once it's correct or very close, we then start to separate it. There, the difficult part is how we connect it smoothly from the main C stroke to the secondary stroke. We can also touch up the stroke by trying to make this V shape a little sharper. There. Okay, so now we have two connected strokes. Now let's move on to the third stroke. For this stroke, you should make it bigger, a little wider, so the space is wider and it's easier for us to see. Alright, so I've made 3 connected strokes for you. Pulling towards yourself, okay? So now we'll do a more difficult stroke, which is pulling and flicking from the inside out. How do we flick from the inside out? We'll do a reverse stroke. A reverse stroke, everyone. There. For this entire pulling towards yourself stroke, you must submit a full page to me, okay? Got it? I'm just guiding you on how to learn. You can watch my movements, but you must practice a lot to achieve smoothness and softness with sharp strokes that are fully saturated with ink. Now let's check. Make sure not to tear the skin. Take a look. There. You should practice 1 page of this exercise for me, okay? Alright, now we'll go from the inside out. Only when you practice a lot will it become a reflex. But if you don't bother to practice, and you only practice 1 or 2 strokes, it will be really difficult to turn it into a reflex for us, you know? When flicking out, there are 2 ways to do it. One is to draw the top C stroke first. Or 2, you can draw the stroke closer to you first. Actually, when practicing on fake skin, we have rolls. But when working on a person, we will omit them. So it becomes a reflex. Alright, now I'll do it the other way around. That is the stroke closer to me first. Okay, This is the stroke closer to me first. Then I'll move on to this stroke. All right, now let's wipe it off and check. Okay, that means pulling towards yourself and you're flipping that. All right, now I'll try to create some consistency. A little more heat on. Now I'll draw a big stroke like that and try to make it really even. Okay. You're still watching, right? Make the stroke a little bigger. Try to go exactly over the line you disliked. All right, do you see? When your hand is used to it, you'll be able to control it from small strokes to large strokes, gradually getting bigger. Let's check. For example, this stroke is a bit light on ink. Do you see? It's a bit light in color, right? So I'll touch it up by going over it. Touch up the middle of the stroke, okay? Same here. I'll touch up the middle of the stroke. But you have to try to touch up the middle of the stroke without blurring it. Now I'll wipe it so you can see. See how even though I went over the stroke again, it still lands perfectly on the same line? Right? Okay, now if you feel this connection point isn't quite perfect, you can connect it again, reinforcing it right at this V angle. But everyone, look, I'm reinforcing it to make sure it's right in that V angle. So now let's wipe it and check again, okay? All right, can you all see that? This is the connection point. Coincidentally, there's a strand of hair here. Look, everyone, a strand of my hair happened to fall right here. There. So can you see the sharpness of our stroke? Where did it go? Here, a strand of hair coincidentally fell right here. This wasn't on purpose, but a strand of hair just happened to fall here. And you know what? The sharpness of the hair stroke we're drawing is exactly like the strand of my hair that fell here. See, it's that crisp and fluid. Can everyone see that? I'll place it here so you can see. The sharpness is identical. It's just as fine and it's perfectly crisp. All right, so now just keep practicing like that, pulling towards you and flicking away. So the stroke looks like this, okay?